and welcome to James the Lesser Express Line, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with you are given the Rings of Power budget and are allowed to adapt any book you want to a movie, miniseries, or TV series. It can be fiction or nonfiction. What book do you choose? So you get $1 billion to turn any book or book series, whatever, into movie, TV show, miniseries, whatever. My first choice was the In Death series. Murder mystery series that takes place about 30 some years, 40 some years in the future. I like my murder mysteries. What about you guys? What would you choose? Now, I initially went with In Death, but I know you read through, it's like, oh, Stainless Steel Rat stuff by Harrison. Doors Release. Redwall Abbey. A stop action Redwall movie. Oh, but there it is. The only correct answer. Animorphs. And they recently, but had an updated version of Animorphs. Obviously, the original, it's like, oh, yay, dial-up and no cell phones. So they had an updated version that lasted a few books. So, could you do the Animorphs original, or you can be like, all right, Animorphs in modern time. I mean, and if you do that, then you'd be like, well, instead of making them 13, make them 16. So they're still child soldiers in a war, but they're not, 13 years old. But the trauma of being a 13-year-old child in a war, kind of part of the series' main part is that, hey, they are children in a war. Like, that is a great suggestion, though. Others I might like to see. Oh, Raptor Red, old book, written by Robert T. Bacher. He's a paleontologist. Discovered Utah Raptor, Acrocarnithus, a few others. Oh, there's so many different books out there. I choose Animal Farm, make it with a single narrator simply reading the book while crude paper cut outs acted out. I then pocket the remaining $999,999,000. Teen Horse Girl movie where the horse dies an hour in and the second half is the girl learning occult science to reanimate it so she can win the big derby. Necropanther. Tagline, you can't beat this dead horse. That would be hilarious to see. Or, there's Warhammer 40k books. I follow the Imperial Guard. My friend has them all. He loves Imperial Guard. He plays Space Marine Imperial Guard. I play Orcs and Necrons. But there's no Necron or Orc books. Oh well. But, Master and Commander, first 5 books. Like, so many people have so many great ideas. And I was like, oh. So yeah, my first choice was In Death, but then Animorphs would be fantastic. Timeline, not the shit-tacular one that was made, but an actual good one. World War Z. Not the... Don't get me wrong, it was an okay movie. I enjoyed it. But one based off the actual book and not just taking the name and having zombies in it. Actual World War Z book where they're interviewing the person, and then it cuts flashbacks to them talking about how, yeah, I was a organ transplant doctor in Brazil. You rich Americans come down all hoity-toity. Oh, I don't want to wait in line for a kidney. So we buy them off of China. We put them in you. You fly back home. Well, it happens. But I think that would be fantastic. Actual World War Z book based off of the book. Not just taking the title and throwing zombies in a movie. And of course, you could always do manga. You're like, well, manga is a book. So I want a true to the manga of this. Because the anime kind of strayed. Or they had an anime, but it didn't do too well. Like, maybe the animation wasn't the best because they didn't spend a lot of money on it. The voice acting was bad. But now you got the money to make it great. Man, there's so many things you can choose. But for me, I'm going to go with top 3 be In Death, Animorphs, or the word Z. What about you guys? What would you choose? Let me know down below. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.